Well, that's my thoughts. When is it time to talk to your kids about drugs and alcohol? And for me, it's when is it time to talk to my grandkids? I've been chomping at the bit, waiting for her to get old enough so that her mom, her dad, grandma, grandpa feel comfortable talking to her about it. Because I'm a public figure. I'm all over online. At some point, my granddaughter's going to be online. She's going to find stuff, and I don't want her to find a booking picture. I don't want her to be corrupted with what an addict looks like, and a drug addict, an alcoholic, all those kind of things. I want to talk to my kid. I want to be the one that talks to her about it, And I talk to kids all around the country, and this one was a little tougher than I thought it would be, but I knew that time would come. We've had my granddaughter many, many times over the last 10 years, short periods of time. We've gone and seen her. We have a great connection. We're very involved grandparents, but here we are. We finally got her for a week, we got our first real whole week with our granddaughter. We've been really looking forward to it, and it's really special. And it means a lot, because, to have that time. But here we are, I got her for a week. She's roaming around now. There's stuff around my house, and, there's posters of Be a Champion and me, and there's this Emmy Award and this national champion stop signs, and, my autobiography. There's sobriety coins. There's just stuff, man. And, And so, the time came. And then I talked to kids and families all across the country. This one was tough. This one was emotional. This one was hard for me. Because a little part of me didn't want her to know. A little piece of me just didn't want her to know, And, but then, the other big part of me knows it's best. She needs to know. I need to be the one to tell her, and yeah. So we had a perfect introduction yesterday. She found all my sobriety coins laying in my room, and she says, "Oh, Grandma, what are these?" And "Oh, those are your grandfather's coins." And she goes, "What are they?" "Well, those have really," she asked if she could have them. And she said, "Well, those have really special meaning to your grandpa, and you'll have to ask him." So it was a perfect opener. Of course, we cleared it with Mom and said, "I think it's time," and she agreed. It's time to talk to her. She's 10, So I get home from work, and those coins are sitting on the table, and I says, "Hey, come in here. And I says, "Oh, I see you found my gold coins, huh?" And she said, "Yeah." And I set her down, and I just said, "There's some things I've been wanting to tell you, and waiting for you to get a little bit older, so that you understand. But your grandpa used to use drugs and drink too much alcohol years ago, long before you were born. Your mom wasn't much older than you when I got sober, and my life was a disaster, and I wasn't a very good father, wasn't a very good friend, and so I decided to stop drinking, and I haven't had a drink, in a long time. I don't know if you ever noticed that, but Grandma and I don't drink, and I told her the story. I said, when your grandma passed away, your great-grandma, I made a promise to her that I'd never drink again. And so I got 18 of those coins. And I told her about sticking them up in the grave every year, with my mom. And I said, "Here's a few more that I have. And would you like to have them?" She said, "Yeah." And I said, "You're carrying a piece of Grandpa with you. You just cherish those because they're really special." And it was emotional, man. It was emotional. And it was hard. But it needed to be done, And I told her about, she's seen Be a Champion. I told her what that's all about. I said, I travel around. You never had an assembly at school? Well, that's what I do. I talk to kids about, the dangers of drugs and making the right choices and encouraging leadership and we cried together and we hugged each other and, you got to ask yourself, when is it time to talk to your kids? Because the more we can connect with our kids, the better chance they're going to have to make the right choice when the time comes, But she definitely is old enough, and we just grazed the surface a little bit. We kind of exposed her a little, and in a year or two, she's going to have a phone. She's going to be online. She's going to find all kinds of news and ESPN and booking pictures and things like that. And so, for me, I had to be the one. Grandma and I had to be the one to talk to her, and start that conversation that's going to be probably ongoing for the next couple of years. So, as a parent, as a grandparent, you don't have to have the experience I have, but you got to start talking to your kids.